And this is getting streamed live on Facebook too. So good morning. Very, very good morning to you. And let's start today with our exercise on generation, the power of generation. So Niti ji, would you like to lead this exercise and make everybody realize that they have the power to generate whatever feeling that they want?
Yes, sir. So as we all know, in this exercise, at the count of 3, we all laugh 100% without making a single sound. So 1, 2, 3.
You've got to put in some effort, Nitin. This is about doing it 100%. This is an instant mood change exercise. Thank you, Niti. Congratulations for doing it with us. So welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. And the purpose of these morning conversations is to allow us to live a life of ease, joy, and glory. Isn't that wonderful? If we actually have all of life coming to me with ease, joy, and glory. Now, have you noticed that we always have this feeling, oh, if that happens, then I'll be happy. If this happens, then I'll be happy. If this stops happening, then I'll be happy. Ye problem khatam ho jaye, then I'll be happy. And what we are saying is the real power is that whatever happens in life, right? We have reached a point where we say, hello, every experience is an opportunity to be a better version of ourselves. And that's what this every morning conversation aims to do, to help us to get out of that survival mode where we are always judging, we are always comparing. You know, we live in a world of like and dislike, agree and disagree, judgment and avoiding judgment of others, trying to dominate others, trying to control others, and trying to avoid the control of others. And all that drama coming out of the polarity that doesn't allow us much power. So all that we are doing is struggling against the circumstances and feeling very happy once in a while when we successfully overpower the circumstances. And then we say, आज तो मेरी किस्मत अच्छी थी, परिस्थितियों पे काबू पा लिया मैंने. Right? So let me quickly tell you, what are we doing here? We are shifting from the survival mode, default mode, to the create mode. Okay? And I invite everyone here to share some examples of what happens in the default mode. Now, one thing you will notice, what happens in the default mode for many people is same pattern keeps on repeating itself again and again. So how many people have examples from their life where the same pattern keeps on repeating itself again and again? Yeah. Sometimes it happens after a few years. Sometimes it happens after a few months. Sometimes these patterns happen every day. So can I have a few examples of that? You know, patterns repeating themselves. Yes, Niti ji.
So something as simple as frequent arguments over things like you said this or you did not say this. Frequent arguments around ourselves. You know,
Okay,
with
and what
people.
does that leave you with, these frequent arguments that you may be having?
It leaves a lingering, mentally disturbed state, a dissatisfied state, a negative thought. Every time this happens, meri to koi sunta nahi, no value. All those negative emotions keep streaming through the day.
Great. And what does it take you away from?
It takes me away from everything that I am doing. Rest, everything follows like it goes into an auto mode. What you're doing, what I'm doing, I'm not so aware of because mind is occupied with something an argument that happened in the morning.
Okay. So that's one of the examples from the default mode. So let's hear another one. I mean, just so that we realize, how all pervading and insidious this default mode is. And as we do that, you'll also realize why it is useful to be here in this platform every morning. So let's hear a few more examples of the default mode.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Same
Reddy
case
Garu?
with me also. The moment I go to office, I feel that things are not happening the way I want. So I'll be in the default mode. But once I became aware, I'll see the possibilities. What can I do better? This is how it happens every day.
Okay, so that's another example of the default mode. And I'm talking about patterns which reoccur in life. Right? I have a friend here who's been having the pattern in his life for at least I can remember 20 years, maybe 25 years, the same pattern happening. It doesn't change. Yeah, he'll come out of it and again he'll be back in it. Why one friend? I have two friends who have the same pattern repeating itself. Abhinav, you want to say something about the pattern which repeats itself?
Yeah, after 2 minutes.
Okay. Anybody else? Or any other symptoms of being in the default mode? बार बार वही problem आती है. That's a part of a pattern, right? Some people always have a similar or the same kind of problem occurring again and again. And they think ये मेरे साथ क्यों होता है ऐसे?
सर ये तो हर किसी के साथ होता है.
वो तो होता ही है, but what are the examples of that? क्या होता है? तू ज्ञान मत फेल, example बता. Yes, Gautam ji.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Gautam ji.
I can experience my thinking. I try to avoid that to come out of my default mode, but again, same type of thinking comes.
Yeah, but what is that thinking? That is what I'm asking.
Insecurity. What is going to happen? And yeah, that is very, very disturbing.
Yeah, so for you again and again, that feeling comes.
Again and again, unnecessary. When I was thinking, sometimes it is a thought start coming. That is till date I have not got this income tax return or refund. Sometimes it is I got get back from then another thought start coming for another issue. So it is a I'm trying to come out from that type of thinking, negative thinking, but still come and just occupy my brain, occupy me.
I got it. Thank you. So have you noticed that your attention gets stuck on it? Your attention gets stuck on that, right? And we have learned some exercises how to release your attention from that, right? Your attention is on anxiety and worry, okay, what is going to happen, right? Where should you put your attention? Obviously not on that, no?
Yeah, or not only that, and that exercise I do and then get relief. Again, it comes.
Yes. So your default mode is very powerful one.
Yeah, that is a
Fine. Yes, Abhinav.
So what happens in my case is that the feeling, the thought process is at default mode is कि मेरे बस का कुछ है ही नहीं. अभी I will make some mistake and then everybody will start shouting at me. मैं ऑफिस में कुछ गड़बड़ कर दूंगा, कुछ जो परफॉर्मेंस चाहिए वो ला ही नहीं पाऊंगा, तो या तो मेरा नौकरी चली जाएगी या फिर मेरा बिजनेस बंद हो जाएगा. तो ओवरऑल थिंकिंग इज कि नथिंग इज गोना गो राइट फॉर.
Yeah, and what do you think is guaranteed to happen if you continue to keep your attention over there?
Well, if I this was what is going to happen if I pay attention to that.
Yeah, what is going to happen then? उसका परिणाम क्या होगा?
परिणाम यही होगा that I will all the times I am on the defensive. I'm always trying to be nice with everyone, trying to hide my thoughts. और ऐसा ही होता है फिर. Even if I succeed, even if I'm succeeding, because the thoughts are कि things will go wrong, so that is what will
And then they
eventually that
can
will
go
happen.
wrong. They can go wrong also.
They can go.
They can go wrong also, na, if you're thinking that they will go wrong.
Yeah. They can go wrong also.
Hmm.
And then it is not a very good feeling to have all the times. And I don't value my life at all. मैं कहता हूँ ये बंदा जिंदा रहे मरे एक ही बात है. What's the deal about being alive? So that is what happens in the default mode.
Exactly. So this is a typical example. So in that default mode, can we create anything in our life? Is our attention even on creating or causing something? In that
Not at all.
mode, we are only a victim.
Not in my case. Not in my case.
Yeah, whoever is in
I
the
cannot
default
create
mode.
anything.
Exactly. Good. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks.
This is a few examples of what happens when you get stuck in the survival mode. And let's be very practical, the way we live our life, the chances are very high that we'll get sucked into the default mode. And that's one of the reasons, if you are able to, like you have for sure, you need to brush your teeth every day. Why? If you don't, it is guaranteed that the teeth are going to be dirty and you're going to develop cavities and stuff like that. It's guaranteed, isn't it? Similarly, the default mode can take you over. Therefore, we need to do something about it every day, which is what we are doing here. Second, we also know that there is a lot of negativity all around us, right? And we pick it up all the time from other people and from circumstances. So can you give me some examples of how we do that? How we are picking up all this negativity? Let's get practical. Let's start looking at our life, right? How do we pick up this negativity all the time? Yes, Neeti.
The most current one, the constant fear of the virus. बाहर जाएंगे तो virus आ जाएगा. We get infected, we fall sick. We got to take precaution. We cannot do this because there is a higher alert. Constantly thinking about that.
Yeah. So it's good to be alert and take precautions, no doubt. But
Yes.
all the time, if your attention in that is on that, what is it going to stop you from actually doing?
Stops us from basic necessary functioning also.
Effectiveness.
Yes.
Effectiveness is hampered. Yes, Gautam ji.
Yes, I try to avoid seeing my mobile, but it is drag me, and it's like a addict. Seeing this, going to the seeing this Facebook, posting TikTok like that, it drag me. And when I see this bad posting like that, some violence or some killing or like that type of bad posting, immediately I develop some same negative thinking. I start fearing that madam told correctly, this virus is infection is reducing, but this media or this posting is showing that it is some places increasing, some death is there somewhere, and it all negative attract us.
Exactly. So will we be enthusiastic and energetic?
Yeah, I want to stop seeing the mobile. How can I avoid seeing the mobile, especially evening? before going to the bed, if I go through this mobile and this posting everything, and it disturb my sleep also. I know, but I simply it is like a addiction.
Yeah, I know. मेरे को नींद नहीं आएगी सर अगर मैं नहीं देखूंगा तो.
उल्टा हो रहा है, वो जब देखते हैं ना तभी रात का नींद नहीं आती है.
यही आती है.
हाँ.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing it. Yes, Suresh. Yes, Suresh Garu, we are waiting for you to speak. I think he forgot. Suresh, your hand was raised. Yeah, ready, Garu.
Even reading the newspaper in the morning makes me upset.
Yeah, so these are some very good examples, isn't it? About all the negativity that we keep on picking up from all around us. Yeah, and what about the people who talk negative stuff? Sometimes you look at somebody's face also, you become negative, right? अभी एक हमारे दोस्त हैं, वो अपने भाई की शक्ल देखते हैं तो नेगेटिव हो जाते हैं. Okay, any other examples, guys, about the negativity that we go on picking? I don't think we need to ask. We all know that, right? Then, if you notice in life, how much we end up silently or otherwise complaining about something or the other. You know? So what are the symptoms of the complaints and the kind of complaints that we do in our own mind? Any examples of that? What kind of complaints? By the way, very warm welcome to you, Dr. Vilas Saxena. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure indeed to welcome new people. Would you like to say something to this group?
Thank you for inviting me to speak. Is it okay if I remain off camera, or maybe because I'm in a darker place?
It's all right. We will become acquainted with your voice today.
Yeah.
And maybe
What
your
I was
face
thinking
tomorrow.
is that repetitive phenomena is generally when we attach ourselves to some particular event in the past or some emotional trauma or some particular thing which is causing a lot of energy to be drained out, let's say. Spiritual science generally says that it is also because of the involvement of the ego in that particular event.
Whatever it might
And
be, whether
that's
it's the
the
ego or the kogo, we don't know. But do you notice that our attention is fixed on it?
Yeah.
See, it's interesting, isn't it? Why are we fixing our attention on something which disempowers us, which makes us
Yeah,
feel
because we
bad
like
and
it.
upset?
Because
Do
we are
we?
addicted to it, we like it.
Oh yeah, maybe it is a familiar mode, you know.
Yeah,
साथ में
people
गाने
like
भी
to
आते हैं ना?
remain sick because that gives them sense, loved ones take attention a lot when we are complaining. Things like such habits develop. Like if a child falls down and he cries, the mother gives attention.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
that starts becoming a tantrum off and on. And as grown-ups also, we tend to have negative focuses because it brings attention of many people towards us. That is one of the reasons that I'm thinking about.
Well, right
But
now
there
we're
are
not
many
getting into,
reasons.
thank you, good examples. I'm not getting into reasons right now. We enjoy it sometimes. I really feel you're right. And when we
Yeah.
listen to sad songs of Mukesh and others,
Yeah.
like, Dukhi man mere sun mera कहना, जहां नहीं चैन वहां नहीं रहना, मगर उसमें जहां पे चैन तो चाहिए ही नहीं है ना. People are always seeking out reasons to be unhappy. Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
Instead of
yeah,
finding out
definitely.
reasons to
That's
be
what I was
happy.
pointing.
Why are we looking for reasons to be unhappy? Let us look for reasons to be happy. So
We
this
are
is one
addicted
of the
to it.
things we do here, that can we become a possibility seeker rather than a complainer. So one of the things that we do in our default mode is that we silently or otherwise start complaining. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, वैसा क्यों हो रहा है, मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है, life is not fair and blah and blah and blah and blah. This is going on and on. And we know now since we are all adults over here, we know that this is completely non-productive conversation that we are having in our head, and yet we continue to have it. Right? So one of the things that happens that when you participate in these morning conversations, you snap out of it. At least you start to see the absurdity of it. So thank you very much for joining us and sharing. And please continue to be with us. And everybody is welcome to ask questions, share, and participate. All you have to do is raise your hand. You can raise your hand virtually, and I will always invite you to speak. So thank you so much, Dr. Saab. So another thing that we do is increase focus and energy. Now, if you look at all these examples that people have given of being in the default mode, do you notice that it takes away your focus and it takes away your energy? It drains you emotionally also. So isn't it sensible to snap out of it? जितने जल्दी आप उससे बाहर आ जाओगे, the better it is. So you can put your focus and energy in whatever it is that you wish to create in your life. Now, I use this word create a lot of times, right? So are we creating our life, or we are only surviving in life? Which one do you think is better? Only to survive or to create? If you start observing what you are doing every day with your time, you may realize that most of the time is spent in dealing with these survival things. So we'll not get into the how right now because we are very familiar with it. But for the newcomers, we can tell you, how do we get out of all these things? How do we get out of the default mode? One, we ask you to stop judging. Now, you might notice that we are constantly judging ourselves and others. And one of the biggest reasons why we become dukhi in life. Now, it was just a behavior inculcated by observing people in our life right from our childhood. Right? If you stop judging, then every experience will be an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. I say you will live your life really, because life is only an experience. Then you will use the tools that we have taught you. So these tools, and we will do one of them today maybe. All right. So yesterday we talked about commitment, and are you committed to your life? So to the extent that you are committed to your life, you will create your life. Okay. To the extent you are committed to your life, you will recognize whenever you're getting into the default mode, use the tools and get out of it. Okay. So please recognize the default mode when you are in it. So if I was to ask you more about commitment, during the last 2 days, we've been talking about commitment, your commitment to your life, your commitment to possibilities, your commitment to have a life of ease and joy and glory. And believe me, friends, if you want to be like that, you have to be a possibility seeker. Every time you commit something, it does not happen, is only telling you that the commitment was not good enough, or you didn't take all the possible actions. So we don't judge ourselves, we don't blame ourselves, we just take responsibility for that and keep on being in action. So before we proceed any further today, I want to ask you a few more, I want you to look some more into this whole business of commitment. What are you discovering about your commitment? What kind of commitment do you have? Is it a non-negotiable commitment, or is it a commitment which is dependent on the circumstances? One commitment is there which says, okay, I'm committed, provided circumstances support me. That's one kind of commitment. And the other one is, I am committed means I'm committed, I'll find a way to do whatever it is that I choose to do. I will create my life because I said so. So I'd like to now hear from you people. And I invite people who have been silent so far to speak up. And you don't worry about right or wrong what you're saying. Nobody is here to judge you. Sharing is sharing. So you share your realizations. You can share your observations from your life, whatever it is that you'd like to share. So who wants to do that?
The moment, shall I share, sir?
Yes, certainly.
So the moment we make the commitment, either one of that, the way you said, the first one is I commit provided the circumstances help me, I will do it. The other one is I commit anyway and make it happen. So in either case, the moment you commit, the circumstances immediately comes out with a lot of hurdles. So in that case, the first way that I commit only when the circumstances is favorable, it doesn't work. Only thing which works is the second commitment where I'm committed to it, whatever the circumstances, I will make it happen. So that's my experience. In fact, this class, boss class, which I had yesterday, after with lot of encouragement from you, I started announcing immediately. There are so many hurdles. The way, one of the hurdle was such that, what you are doing, it's like almost like, the friend, one of the friends who said that
you were being accused of doing multi-level marketing and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. So that put me down like anything, but I knew this, the commitment once we made, there will be a lot of challenges. So I took that as the challenge and overcome that,
Okay, just stop for a moment, Rama.
Yeah.
I assert that there is a kind of commitment that we make because of the way we are being, which will always bring up more and more obstacles. Okay, so I am a very favorite fan of, I love that quote by Murray. It says, until one is committed, there is always drawback, and all sorts of hurdles will come your way.
Yes.
But the moment you commit yourself, then providence moves along with you, and all manner of support and circumstances happens to help you. But it only happens when you truly commit yourself. Until that time, these kind of hurdles will keep coming.
Yes.
So there is like, I was listening to what you were saying. At some point you said, to hell with it, whatever may happen, I'm going to do it. And then it happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise, the kind of the impediments which came at all levels, emotional, psychological, physical, mental, definitely. So all kind of hurdles come in. Even with one, if I stop, it is easy to cancel the whole thing and not committed to it. So because I'm there with you and with all the EMC, I was very clear that hurdles will come. It is up to me to stand up to that and overcome. So that's my practical experience, sir. Thank you very much. And it paid off. The commitment I made and overcame the hurdles, it really paid off.
And how good you feel now, huh?
I feel really great. Very, very nice. Really.
So that's why it's good to remember one thing. If your commitment is a do or die commitment, that kind of commitment, then providence moves to support you.
Right.
And then you will force yourself to see possibilities. Now, according to Dr. Edward de Bono, possibilities are always there, but we don't see them. Because our attention is where, I hope everything goes smoothly. I hope there is no hurdle. I hope there are no problems. So we are attracting all those things.
Right.
But the moment you are resolute or you're saying, hello, I don't care what happens, I'm going to do this, then possibilities which are already there, you start to see, oh, I can do this also, I can do that also.
Exactly.
So one of the things that we are now going to do for the next few days is, how do I develop a possibility search attitude? This whole business, access consciousness, what we are also practicing, you and I, is to free our brain from the default mode so that we can start seeing possibilities. See, the foundation of our reality, which we created, is so strong that it keeps us limited to this reality. So it's like a mental prison that we have. Okay. If the prison is so strong, the walls are not made of steel. The walls are made of our own points of view. Right? Now, if you are traveling in a train from Delhi to Chennai, the train will only go to Chennai, right? Inside the train, you can jump up and down, you can run sideways and do whatever you like, right? Nothing is going to change in life. Similarly, we are on a, in our life, it's built on a foundation, and we'll only be limited by that foundation. We'll never be able to get out of that. So when you did that foundation workshop with me, what happened? It started opening up doors which were closed earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were destroying those walls. Why? So that we could see possibilities. Why? So that we could create our life.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But the core and the base is, am I committed to my life? Now, very interesting. No, people's commitments are very conditional. Sir, I'm committed to my life provided I can afford it. I am committed to my life, sir, definitely provided I have 4 days to spend with you, sir. I am committed to my life, sir, provided I don't have to travel 20 kilometers to come and work on it. I am definitely committed to my life, sir, but 7:30 in the morning? How can I get up at 7:30 in the morning, sir? So provided you do it at 10 o'clock in the morning, sir, and provided that day the weather is sunny, provided my internet connection is working, and that is the way we actually make our commitments. And we don't even realize we are doing it because it's all happening at a subconscious level. See, like we always say, you also say, and I also say that human beings are habit-driven people. Mental habits are also there, no? Thinking habits are also there. That's a very part of our foundation. And one of the habits we have is, I will go for it. Sir, I'm 100% committed to my dream, sir. Really. But what is the mind saying inside? I'm 100% committed to my dream, sir. Provided circumstances support me, provide my relatives support me, provide my wife says yes to me, provided nobody says, what are you doing, you stupid fellow? If they say that, then, sir, I don't know. But nobody overtly say it. We all love to believe I'm 100% committed to my life, sir. I'm alive, na? Of course, I'm committed to my life. But this is what I'm saying. Let's look deeply into it. Thank you, Rama. Yes, Sureshji. Last time you raised your hand and you forgot to speak. Now, again, I hope you don't forget.
No,
Yes, Suresh.
there was a call in between, so
Mm.
I'm on mobile.
Oh, okay.
So, sir, according to me, I mean, my experiences, I classify the things, commitments, like spreading your about the awareness about the insurance or these kind of things, enrolling people. I'm 100% committed. I talk to them. I explain them whether they join me or not. That is different. But the spreading awareness is I have committed to that. And there are certain things some people create obstacles while doing the thing. I said, okay, I cannot satisfy 100 all the people. It's like a head and tails kind of thing. Okay, some are negative. Okay, let them. Maybe this is not their cup of tea. And if I get stuck to them, I cannot move further. Then I leave them. I said, okay, fine. Whenever you open your eyes, then you can contact me. But I don't leave them. I mean, I will be in contact, but just keep them aside. So this is how I deal with the things, sir.
Now, but 1 minute, hold on. You said there are some things for which I am 100% committed.
Yes, sir. Like spreading awareness, whether
I know which ones you already told that again.
yeah,
Don't have
even
to
the relations, maintaining relations.
Yeah, some things I'm 100% committed.
I mean, these are the.
Yeah. Silently listen for a bit and start thinking what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, for example, you are saying I am committed to maintaining relationships. Really? I can know at least one relationship where you are not committed. You also know it.
Okay.
Why am I saying like that? Because the result is not coming, na?
Yeah, yeah. It's sometimes on and off.
Exactly. Now the point is that if the result is not coming, and I'm really committed for that, then I will find a way to deal with it. Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Life is pretty simple, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Suppose I say I will concentrate only on what I'm 100% committed to. Okay? Then don't waste your time on things which you are not 100% committed to. That's one way of living life. But you say, no, sir, but that is also important. It's a part of my life. If it is important and it's a part of your life, please commit yourself 100% for that. And you may find that the results start happening there also. So this is a beautiful thing Suresh Bhai has introduced, that I am committed 100% to a few things in my life. Right? What about the other things that you still have in your life, but you're not 100% committed to? So how do you know that you're not committed? Because you're not getting the result that you want. Yes, Vilas.
Good morning to all. I am committed to my life. I am committed to my goals, dreams, and my family. As far as my profession is concerned, yeah, the commitment is going as per the goals of the financial year. And family is concerned, again, it is really sometimes it's happening what I committed, but still I'm thinking, oh, this is not ordinary thing. Haven't spent 3.5 months in Mumbai with family, and again I came back to India to for Diwali, because I committed to my family, and my son's birthday, my wife's birthdays are there. So I am spending them in Manali. So right now I'm with them
Wow.
Manali. So I'm
Wow.
committed to my.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how's
So,
everything? How is home?
Om is doing fine. Today's Om's birthday.
Oh, please say happy birthday to him.
Yeah, he's here only.
Yeah, can I talk to him? Hi, Om. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
So that's how the commitment is going on to maintain the relationship with my family and profession. So it's a really juggling, but I'm enjoying it. So there is very fine line. Although I'm on vacation, I'm attending the clients' calls and emails and all this. So I'm enjoying it, being in Manali, being with profession and being with family. Thank you.
Exactly. So when you choose to, you can keep commitments, because now you know that you can keep commitments. Normally what do? We'll give up one thing. अच्छा अभी मैं छुट्टी में है तो वो नहीं कर सकता. अभी मैं job में है तो छुट्टी नहीं कर सकता. And you are combining all of them. And you're producing the result also. Great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, what about the others? What are you beginning to realize about your commitments? So that's where the key is. You understand? Otherwise, why would you want to come out of your default mode? It is very comfortable to live in your default mode and say, ना अपने आप को मैं क्या करूं सर? ऐसा होता है मेरे लाइफ में. Let's hear a few other examples, gentlemen. Any questions you have at this point? Anything you'd like to share? You're most welcome to do that. And we have our old friend, Mr. Kasa, who is with us today. Good morning, Sagar. Nice to see you too.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Kasa, nice to see you and nice to hear your voice.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. I thought you were traveling to Salem today.
No, sir. I was late last night, so we stayed back.
Good. Thank you for being a part of today's conversation. And I hope to see you with
sir,
more regularity.
We missed you yesterday, sir.
Yeah. Now you're moving into another phase, and I will come and see you in Salem.
Definitely, sir.
Great. Anything you'd like to say to this group with regard to commitment, or anything else that you might want to?
Sorry, sir. I just joined, sir. Today's discussion is on commitment, sir.
Okay, good. Now Gurpreet Singh has put a message on the chat box.
Okay.
And my request, okay, Kasa will talk with you later. So Gurpreet, why don't you simply ask the question? You raise your hand and you ask the question. Here, we don't spend much time looking at the chat. Okay. So Gurpreet is saying, what are the barriers to success? Anything else? Are you getting an idea what some of the barriers to success might be?
Sir, self-doubt, procrastination.
Hey, Kashan, Gurpreet wants to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, but good, you continue. That's a very good answer you're giving.
Hello.
Yes, Gurpreet.
Hello, sir. So I asked this question because I felt it is an important question that I must ask.
Yeah, it's a very good question. And by the way, that's what we are dealing with here daily. Okay. So when you're in the default mode, that is the biggest barrier to your success. Another big barrier to success is our unwillingness to commit ourselves 100%. Okay. And Kasa, you can now add whatever it is that you wanted to add. So he's one of our old participants. He will also add. Kasa?
Yes, sir.
Still in you.
That's what. Are we commitment driven or are we emotionally driven? So when we are committed to what we want to create, we look at the possibilities on creating towards that. When we are emotional, when we look at things around, we just give reasons why this can't happen. And when we are committed to what we want to create, whatever be it, we will find a way out to create.
Yeah, we will find out reasons how it can be done.
Yes, sir.
So one of the biggest factors in being successful is you stop allowing negativity to come inside. You stop getting influenced by negativity. You stop looking at hurdles. You focus on possibilities. You don't waste time on complaining. You spend time on creating, and so on and so forth. So Gurpreet, you're in the right place, because one of the things that all pervading theme of this program is that if you can keep your attention in your control, if you don't allow the distractions of life to distract you, and you keep your focus on your goal, you're going to be successful. There's no two ways about it. Ashok ji, you want to say something?
Yeah, sure. Yesterday, actually, after the lecture, I posted it with Rama, that commitment. Now I realize that our every repetitive act or action needs commitment. Every repetitive act or action needs commitment. Commitment so far known to me was dhyaya, ultimate goal, and restricted to career achievements only. But now it is extremely clear to me that every act of mine needs a commitment. Let it be even getting up in the morning, brushing teeth. That also is commitment, that before I take my tea, I must have brushed my teeth. So sometimes we call a habit, sometimes we call discipline. We call it by different names.
Just one second, Ashok ji. I want to add one thing over here, then you can carry on. See, if we make habits that are supporting our commitment, right? Or we convert a commitment and convert it into habitual actions, we'll always be successful. Yeah, please carry on.
Come again, sir. Last sentence I
We-
missed.
If we make habits which supports our commitment, we'll always keep our commitment.
Because
So
it
people who
leads to
don't
the
convert, they don't convert their commitment into daily actions which support their commitment. They are the ones who are not able to be successful.
Yeah.
क्योंकि बोलने को तो बहुत कुछ बोलते हैं, but
बोल-
उनकी आदतें हैं वो उल्टा है. It's not supporting their commitment.
Yes.
So that's a very important point that you are making. Yeah, please carry on, sir.
And unfortunately, our educational system right from the beginning always has taught us to give excuses. And that there where the shoe pinches. If I don't go to the school, the teacher asks, why have you not come? The question itself says that please give me some excuse why you did not come. And there where we are going wrong. Just as punishment in the school doesn't improve a student. It only frightens him from making a mistake, but it doesn't tell him the difference between a mistake and the truth or whatever that. We need to be changed right from that step. Unfortunately, we are told at the age of maybe 20 that ये होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. That's too late. And now at 75 plus, I realize that the memories, I'm sorry, little digressing, my memories of the school are only how many teachers have beaten me and how many times I have to take a told lie and got out of it. I don't remember how many medals I won, how many times teacher has appreciated or praised me. That's the fallacy. We need.
Ashok ji, we have a young engineer here, Gurpreet Singh, who is now working with his father in in a business, right? And since you started as a young engineer one day and you became a very highly successful person, I think he's asked a question which you are the best person to answer it, right? So his question is, what are the barriers to success?
Actually, there is no barrier to success. Absolutely, there is no barrier to success. If you can see something, if you can visualize something, you can always reach there. It doesn't have to be the straight road, or it doesn't have to be the road that everybody has traveled. You can always go by different roads. But for me, I never found something which is not possible. Really, I'm not joking. In my professional life, I've never found anything which was not possible. 0.05% gold in a ton. You can say 0.5 grams in 1 ton. We are able to separate it at Hathi Gold Mines. Can you imagine 0.5 gram?
Yeah, I think
But
this
we are able
engineer
to.
friend will understand what a big Herculean task it is.
But you must have faith in yourself. You must have faith in nature. If it cannot be separated, it would not have been made as a separate. It would have been made as one. Why did the gold was made, and why was the earth was made? It separately. So if they are separate, they can be separated even now. There is nothing stops.
And you notice that there is a commitment behind it.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
If you didn't have it, you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Right? There is an uncompromising commitment.
Uncompromising commitment.
And I believe that uncompromising commitment will destroy any barriers that might come in your way.
It has happened. It has happened. It has
Right.
happened. Yeah.
Because one of the things which I always say is that enterprising people, they see possibilities where ordinary people see roadblocks and obstacles and barriers. जहाँ पे साधारण लोगों को रुकावटें नजर आती हैं, barriers नजर आते हैं, ऐसे लोगों को संभावनाएं नजर आती हैं.
संभावना.
So your answer was that I never saw any obstacles.
I never saw any obstacles.
Yeah, because you didn't see obstacles as obstacles.
Yeah.
Because देखने वालों को तो obstacles ज्यादा नजर आती है ना.
True. But now at this age, I find it funny. now even if the lift is not working, I find it obstacle. पहले तो ठीक लिफ्ट नहीं काम करती है, ठीक है, नहीं तो
सीढ़ियों से
नहीं
चले
चल
जाएंगे।
जिन्हें चढ़ के जाए। True. So,
Anyways, thank you.
so my take home is that every act that we do has a history behind it, has a future behind it, and has a commitment with it.
Absolutely.
And if all the three are together, then only we succeed. If one of them is missing, it's just not possible. Sorry, no way.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing that. That's why I'm spending so many days on commitment, because this is something which we know and we don't know. Everybody knows, yeah, commitment बहुत जरूरी होता है लाइफ में. जरूरी होता है तो फिर हो जाओ ना committed.
Yes.
See, and I think where many people fail is that they are willing to accept their excuses very quickly. Like I say, na, we are because mentality, because. So suppose we become me cause and say, all right, this time I did not see a possibility, but I will find it. I will find out how to get it done. I'm not going to give up. मैं हाथ खड़े नहीं करूंगा अपने reasons के सामने. And I'll keep looking for possibilities to do it. Because possibilities are always there.
Yes.
I only have to find it. But coming back to commitment. So what I want, and my friends, I'm actually requesting you on this is, are you willing to take a very cold, truthful, and a hard look at your commitment to your life? To your commitment to the quality of your life, and take a very open, honest, and frank look at it. Are you really committed to your life? And if not, what is it going to take for you to get committed to your life? Do you have a choice about being alive? You can keep living your life whichever way you are living without judging it. Or you can create your life whichever way you like without judging it. So creation may require you to commit to something, right? And I'm talking about a very fundamental commitment. Am I committed to my life? Am I committed to a life of ease, joy, and glory? Am I committed? What will it take for me to be committed to a life of ease, joy, and glory? And everything times a godzillion, am I willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Anything that stops that from happening. What will it take for me to have 100% commitment to my life? And anything that stops that from happening, am I willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Yes? Right or wrong, or in bad, so being in that question, what else is possible in my life? Yes, Sagar?
So yes, I want to say that I am 100% committed towards my life. But if I see some barrier, then I have to discreate and I have to commit it. So cause will be always me, sir. In the commitment process, if I am committed to something and I see some barriers, and barriers should be me, sir. Always that barrier should be me, or I see barrier other than me, sir. What I want to say that when I committed, I see barrier, and that barrier is not always me. Sometimes outside. So what to do here, sir?
Yeah. So are you going to focus your attention on the barriers, or are you going to focus on finding out possibilities of going beyond the barriers?
So finding out the possibility beyond the barriers, but it takes lots of guts, sir. It takes lots of risks.
Not necessary. You know, the point is that, Sagar, we are wasting so much time and energy in resisting the barrier. जब barrier आते हैं, तो हम उनका प्रतिरोध करने में अपना ध्यान और अपने एनर्जी व्यस्त करते हैं. Resistance का मतलब क्या होता है? Instead of resisting it, you simply be in a point of view that, oh, very good, my dear situation. See, you will not even call it a barrier then. Like you heard what Ashok ji said, there are no barriers. There are only different situations. So suppose some situation is coming. If you say this is a barrier, then it will be a barrier for you. If you say this is a situation, remember what I said, every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself.
Yes, sir.
तो जिस चीज को आप barrier बोल रहे हो, it is an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. Then will you waste time and energy in resisting it?
No,
You'll
sir.
simply say, all right, इसमें से क्या सीखने का है, वो सीख लो. What is there to be learned from it? Let me quickly learn it.
Right,
And
sir.
then put my attention on what else is possible.
What else?
Simple
is
question, what else is possible? This
What
situation
else
has
is-
come, I have experienced it, I have learned from it, now what else is possible? Then you see that the barrier is not a barrier anymore.
Right, sir.
The word barrier itself is a judgment. Huh?
Right, sir.
The word barrier is a point of view. Nah?
Right.
So whenever these so-called barriers are coming, what is your mind saying? Oh, this should not be happening.
Right.
Oh,
Right, sir.
ऐसा क्यों हो गया?
Right, sir.
Now what you'll say, okay, हो गया, very good. कोई अच्छी चीज होती है तो आप बोलते हो ओ ऐसा क्यों हो गया?
नहीं, कभी नहीं, सर.
तो जिस चीज को आप लेबल करते हो, जिस चीज को जज करते हो, जिस चीज को आप बोलते हो कि ओहो ये तो बड़ा बुरा हो गया, वो बुरा हो गया फिर क्योंकि आपने जज कर दिया.
ट्रू, सर.
अगर आपने बोला कि ये भी एक और परिस्थिति है, भाई लाइफ में तो परिस्थितियां आती रहती हैं, ये एक और परिस्थिति है, वेरी गुड. नाउ व्हाट? आगे क्या? इस अगेन आगे क्या? लिफ्ट नहीं चल रही है तो पैदल चले चलो. मोटरसाइकिल खराब होगी तो उसको उधर छोड़ के टैक्सी ले लो.
Right, sir.
Thank you for asking, because this is a question everybody has. Most
Thank you
people
so
don't
much.
ask. The only people who are stupid are the ones who don't ask questions. All right, anybody else?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so before we close the session in another 2 minutes, anybody who has any question, anybody who wants to say something, you're most welcome to do so. Any questions, any comments?
Sir, one point you said, when you commit, the universe supports. So universe always supports, whether you commit and go ahead with without putting down by hurdles, or if you are put down by the hurdles, so universe also supports you to see that yeah, it is not possible. So it depends.
Yeah, if
on
you have that kind of a thinking.
Yes, yeah.
Then you will say it not possible. But suppose you say that, okay, every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of myself. Suppose you're not judging.
Right.
Then will it even look like a hurdle to you? You'll say, okay, this is another event. Now what?
Exactly. Yeah. The way
What
you
is there
look
to
at,
learn, and now what?
yeah. The way you look at that's how the universe supports. It is not the other way around.
No, because we, like you know very well by now, Rama, we
Yeah.
are creating our reality with our points of view.
Points of view, yes, correct.
So the moment a point of view is, oh, this is a barrier, immediately resistance will come.
Correct.
When resistance will come, we'll be stuck with it.
Right.
Then all our attention is stuck on it.
Right.
Now, do you see why it's so important to do these exercises which will unstick our attention? When our attention is stuck on these negative things, when our attention is stuck on judging things, when our attention is stuck on resisting things, suppose we are just able to unstick our attention and direct it where it's supposed to go. Where it should go? Simple. It should go on what else is possible. It should go on how does it get better than this? Instead of stuck, oh my God, why it is happening like this? Again, see, when you have barriers, then, if you have commitment, barriers will come, and see now barriers have come. Now I'll have to overcome the barrier. My God, I don't know how long it will take. That kind of conversation takes over.
Yes.
Right?
So the moment I think that there is a problem, it is a real problem, I cannot do anything, universe also says, yeah, correct, there is a problem.
Yeah, because it supports you in whatever you think.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I think this is a very good time to end our session for today. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, especially the newcomers to this group, thank you very much. Somebody wants to say something? Somebody's mic is unmuted, so a lot of shouting is coming. Anyway, so God bless you all. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow at 7:30 sharp, ready to begin. All the very best to you.
Thank you. Sir.
God bless everyone.
God
Bye.
bless everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank-
Bye-bye.
Bye.